Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. So today, as the title suggests, I'm going to be showing you guys my first haul of 2020. I had said in a previous video that I was going to try and be really good and not buy any makeup for a while. That all went downhill really quickly. I don't know what happened. I was out shopping, returning Christmas presents, and one thing led to another, and it's like a makeup that just like sucks me into Sephora and sucks me into MAC, and lately has been sucking me into every Winners and Marshalls and HomeSense in like the next 2 towns over to see what kind of high-end makeup they have at reduced prices. So I ended up getting a ton of new stuff. But luckily for me and for you guys, I do have my channel, so it gives me a chance for something to show you and a chance to play with my new camera. If you haven't seen the video yet where I talk about how I am now filming on a real big girl YouTuber camera, I will link it down below in the description box, bar, I guess it's a box. Anyways, I'm not going to ramble too much because there's a lot to show you guys, so we're just going to get straight into it. I will start off with what I got from MAC just because that's like one little part. Also for this video, there's so much stuff. I'm not going to swatch everything for you. I'm just going to maybe do 1 or 2 things here and there. It would just be way too long of a video if I tried to swatch everything for you. So first things first, from MAC, I picked up 5 of their patent paint lip lacquers. So these run, how much were these? $26 each. Originally when I went to go check them out, I didn't totally know what they were all about. I kind of thought that they were going to be more like a lip stain or like a thinner version of their liquid lipstick. Like they used to have these Versacolor stains. I thought it was kind of like a new and improved formula on those. And when I got there and I swatched them, they were very glossy, and if you guys know me, you know I'm not a big lip gloss person because I do have very long hair. I wear it down an awful lot, and I'm not a big fan of that like sticky feeling on my lips. So I was skeptical when I was looking at these. I genuinely swatched every color all over my hand, and I picked out the 5 that I liked the most. At one point I was thinking, oh, I should just get them all, and then I'll do a video for you guys, but then I was like, that's really stupid. So the 5 colors that I got were Patent Pleasure. It's like a light peachy kind of one. Lacquered Up is a pink. We've got Major Glaze. It's kind of almost like a dusty rose mauve kind of a pink. And then I got Slick Flick, which is like a reddish pink. And then I got a True Red in Latex Love. So you may have noticed I don't actually have a lip color on today, and that is because I wanted to show you guys these. So like I said, these are kind of a cross between a lip gloss and a liquid lipstick. They remind me a lot of the MAC Vamplify lip glosses, where they have that bit of a thicker formula to them and they're much more pigmented. And they are a little bit sticky, like they are a wet glossy look, but they are not bad at all. And I wanted you guys to see how freaking pigmented these are, so I thought I would put it on with you right here. I'll be honest, that wasn't the best application because I no longer have a mirror in front of me, but that's not bad. So that was literally 1 dip, 1 swipe, 1 kind of, well, I guess 2 just to do my lips, like barely any pressure. These are so comfortable. They don't last forever. They don't last through eating and drinking like a normal matte lipstick would. I realized that tonight when we went out for dinner, that it had worn everywhere pretty much except the outside, but that's to be kind of expected. But like I said, like, you know, I can feel that it's not totally dry, but it's not sticky, and like it's got this beautiful, I did a really bad job, beautiful like glossy kind of a look. And for someone like me who like, I do like that like fresh and dewy and glowy and like rolled out of bed and put my makeup on kind of look, a lip gloss would be really, really good for me if I enjoyed them more. So I feel like this was made just for me to be able to have like a glossy version of a liquid lipstick that wouldn't drive me nuts. So they have like 14 colors or something like that. Trust me, if you try them, you won't be disappointed, and I really do feel like there's a color there for everybody. Okay, so now I'm going to get into some of my winners, Marshalls purchases. These are mostly high-end brands. They're going to be kind of all over the place, but I'm just going to kind of show you what I was able to get and tell you the reduced prices that I was able to get them at. So first things first, nothing new about this. This is the Too Faced Melted Lipstick. This one is in, I think it's in just strawberry. I thought it would be melted strawberry. Oh no, it is melted strawberry. So this was $5.99 at Winners, which is really, really cheap. Sorry, my throat's kind of a little scratchy compared to what these are full price. I really, really, you know, I'm not going to talk a ton about them because these are an old product. But again, a really, really nice product, really, really easy to apply on the go. Just fantastic pigmentation and really, really comfortable and long wearing. Another thing I was able to pick up that is also a Too Faced product are these Dreamsicle, sorry, it's a Comfort Lip Glaze in the shade Dreamsicle. It's like this like kind of like corally orangey kind of color. There's some glitter in there. These came out with the, what was this collection called? Tutti Frutti collection 2 summers ago, I believe. I have 2 of these. I really, really like them. They are a lip gloss, but again, they're a thicker version of a lip gloss. They've got a lot more pigmentation and they're very, very comfortable. So I was able to get this. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, I have a list of everything that I bought so far this year, and it was upsetting to be writing this down. I was like, oh my god, what did I do? So I got this for $7.99, and I'm sure that the original ones I bought were like $20 or somewhere up in that range. Another thing that I picked up was the NARS, this is a Sculpting Multiple Duo. So this one is in Hot Sand and Laguna. So you've got Hot Sand on one end, which is like a highlighting kind of a color, and it's really, really pretty. And then on the other side, you have like a stick cream version of the Laguna bronzer. I also have this bronzer in liquid form, which I don't think they make anymore, so that's kind of upsetting. So it was really nice to have this. I actually did use it today, and I find that as long as I'm pretty light with it, I can get a nice contour. And for someone like me who doesn't contour because I suck at it, it's going to be nice that I'm going to have a chance to give it a shot. Another thing that I got was this Buxom full-on lipstick. It is a plumping lipstick. I got mine in the shade Sydney. I didn't really know what I was getting into when I got this. It's just one of these like crayon kind of a lip color. It's a really, really pretty color. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, so I will see how it goes. When I do, I picked this up for $9.99. The next thing that I got is this Makeup Revolution London Glow Getter Pro HD Highlighting Palette. So it comes with 8 highlighters. Honestly, I think some of them could be used as a blush. For example, this like coral shade up in the top corner here I used as a blush today. Really, really, and then I used Champagne Kiss as well. They are really, really pretty. They're a lot more subtle than I thought that they would be. I think I thought there'd be some more shimmer in them, but I really liked the idea of this. I don't have very many like contour or highlighting palettes anymore. I got rid of a ton of them, so I thought it would be really fun to have one with a lot of different options, and especially options that I don't already have. I don't have any kind of like a minty sort of highlighter. This Dream Kiss with all the colors, I'm really excited to see what happens when I swirl that around as well. So it just seemed like as much as I have a lot of highlighters, the ones in here were unique and would be unique in my collection. So this I was able to pick up for $12.99. Also down below for the discounted products, I will let you know like what their real price is, just so that you guys know, and maybe if you have a Winners or a Marshalls in your area or something like that, if you're Canadian, you can find these kind of things too, because you just have to be willing to like look for them. I also got another NARS product. This is one of their lipsticks. This one is in Honolulu Honey. It's just this really, really pretty like nude kind of color. I'm a big, big fan of their Audacious lipsticks. I haven't tried these out, but it's just like this really, really light sheer wash of like this peachy sort of, there we go, orangey kind of a tone. There's a little sheen to it. I just really, really liked it. So I thought, why not give it a shot? So another thing I was able to pick up is this Becca Glow Body Stick. This is in Champagne Pop, so it's literally just like a giant version of a cream champagne pop kind of a color. It's just on my knuckle there. You guys can see the kind of shine it offers. I thought this would be really pretty in the summer on my collarbone, on my shoulders. Smells really, really good if I go to a wedding. And the funny thing was, is after I bought this, which I got for $19.99, I did see it at Sephora. I think it's like $40. I can't totally remember. So it's like when things like that happen, you just feel so good that you took the time to bother to like go to another store and check out a bunch of different stores and see what they had before you went and spent like full pop on it. Another fun thing that I got, I realized as I was doing my declutters and like I was pulling makeup together to talk about like what my favorite makeup of 2019 was, I realized that I don't really have a ton of drugstore makeup. And it's not because like I want people to think I'm snobby or I don't think drugstore makeup is good enough. I just personally have had more exposure to the higher end stuff. I find myself in the mall a lot more. And when I do go to places like, you know, Shoppers and this and that, like honestly a lot of the drugstore stuff is still pretty expensive in my opinion. Obviously not as expensive as some high-end stuff, but like, you know, not as cheap as maybe I would want it to be. And I just never know where to look. Like there's so much of it. I don't know what to get. And I don't know what it is, but I feel like I don't hear as much about it. I don't know as much about it. You can't like swatch it and get somebody to try it on you as much. So I avoid it. But they had at, I believe this is at Winners, they had this e.l.f. Rose Gold look set. I know e.l.f. is a very, very, very good drugstore priced brand. So I got this set for $12.99. It came with an eyeshadow palette, a baked highlighter and blush, a matte eyeshadow, and a matte lip color. And I haven't seen any of it yet. I just opened the box right now. So this is the eyeshadow palette, just a very, very simple, plain, oh my god, I don't even know if I can get it open, black palette. Ow. Sorry, I bit my nails off recently, so it just looks like that. Honestly, that kind of looks like a bit like one of the Naked palettes. I think the Naked 2 palette, maybe a little bit of a cross with this blue with like the Naked, did I say Naked 2? I don't know what I said. It looks like the Naked 3 palette, but maybe a little bit of Naked 2 tossed in there. I don't know. I'm really excited to see how this plays out, though. I think it's beautiful. I think I could definitely get used to these colors, and depending on the quality, I mean, when I declutter palettes, I don't keep high end because it's high end. I keep it because I love it. But I got really good this year at like making sure I didn't keep palettes that had a lot of the same shades. So for example, if this one ends up being really, really good, then that might be another couple palettes that I could consider getting rid of. So the eyeshadow is in a similar color. It would go really, really well with that. It is in, oh, this is the lip color. Oh, why did I think it's an eyeshadow? Okay, so this is really, really weird because the box says that this should be an eyeshadow, a beautifully bare, smooth, matte eyeshadow, and this pen itself says it's a matte lip color. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully my camera will focus on it. There we go. So that's really weird. So I don't know what this is. Feels more like a lipstick than an eyeshadow, to be completely honest, so I'm more driven to think that it probably is a lipstick. It's in the shade Tea Rose. Maybe if I go look on e.l.f. I'll be able to find it and find out for sure what it is. Oh, you know what? This is the matte lip color, and the thing that I thought was the lip color because, you know, it looks like a lip color. I think that this is the eyeshadow. That makes a lot more sense. So I'm pretty sure that this is actually that matte eyeshadow. It is in Blushing Rose. So this is the eyeshadow and this is the lipstick. That is super weird. This smells really good though. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look on e.l.f. online, or if you guys know, like if you guys have these and know which one is which, are they both lips? Are they both eyes? Are they both dual purpose? Let me know, because obviously I have no freaking clue. And the last thing was a duo blush and highlighter, and this looks really, really pretty, you guys. Like really pretty, really shimmery. I am gonna swatch this because I'm really curious. Oh, well, I don't know. It's not bad. The pigmentation is not unbelievable. They are very shimmery. It's just kind of, it looks so pretty in the pan. Why isn't it as pretty on the, I was gonna say face, it's not on my face, on my hand. Why isn't it as pretty? I don't know. Okay, so if the angle has changed a little bit since the last time I was talking about the e.l.f. products, is because as I was turning to put the e.l.f. products away and pick up some other products, I kicked the leg of my tripod and the camera kind of went a little bit off kilter. I haven't figured out exactly how to get this tripod the most stable way, so my apologies. So I do have a few more items that I picked up at Winners. Next thing was this Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Concealer. I got it in the shade Light. They had a couple there in different shades. I honestly am really surprised by how much I like this. Like, I used it today. I found that it did a very, very good job of covering my dark circles. It did a pretty good job of covering some like imperfections I have all over my chin. And I thought because it was like an aqua weight, I don't normally use, like, as much as I like lightweight foundations, I still do use pretty heavy concealer because I do have some problems, like we all do. So I thought like, ooh, aqua, that might end up being too thin. It wasn't at all. I thought that blending it out, it would blend away. It doesn't at all. It is fantastic. It's not creasing. It's not caking with anything. I think it looks really, really nice. And it blended out really nicely into my foundation, and it didn't take a lot of effort. So I was really, really surprised and happy about that. This was $9.99, and I'm really hoping that they still make this. I know that they just came out with a new concealer. I saw it was like a highlighting concealer kind of thing. I saw it when I was at Sephora. I'm really hoping that they still make that because I'm probably going to want to buy it again. Another Becca product I got a Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid. This one is in Moonstone. I already had one in Champagne Pop. I do like to put it on just as a highlighter, but I also like to use these to mix with my foundations. So I was really excited about that. And this was $14.99. The last 5 or so things that I'm going to talk, I say or so, there are 5 things on my lap that I'm going to talk about are all like single shadows. So I was able to pick up 2 Marc Jacobs. I think these are their OMG shadows. So this first one is in Dynamo. Oh, Mega Shadows is what they're called. So this one is in Dynamo. It's like this really pretty like blue gray with some sparkle. I didn't even get to like swatch them or try them or anything. That is the one downfall, I would say. Ooh, my goodness, that's pigmented. That's the one downfall I would say about like going to a Winners, is it's like you kind of just get what you get. You have to, you know, look online to see what the colors are. You can't try them on, you can't swatch them. Like, you kind of have to just buy them and hope for the best. And the other one I got is in OMG. This is why I thought it was, and it's like this beautiful, beautiful like coppery orange sort of a color. It's really, really nice. And these are super, super soft shadows and very, very pigmented. Very, very pretty. I'm so excited to have these, and especially because Marc Jacobs is like, I don't want to say it's a higher end brand, but it's a more expensive brand. And I don't have that kind of money to spend on. I say that I did buy some Marc Jacobs stuff from Sephora, but like for the most part, like I can't be buying Marc Jacobs every single day. It's just too much money. So for me, it was really exciting to be able to find these at, how much were these? These were $9.99. So it was really nice to find them at that price. Like I said, I don't really know how that compares to their actual price, so I will let you know. I also picked up a bunch of NARS eyeshadow. So I was able to get one duo. This is in Sugarland. It's got like this purple and this like golden kind of a color. Really, really pretty. I bought a couple of these from there before, and I really was impressed by them. And again, it's like probably something I wouldn't want to spend full pop on if I didn't have to. So this shadow is in the shade New York. Now that is the one thing you're going to risk. I don't know if you guys can see that there's a ton of powder around the outside. Obviously, you know, these are overflow products, overproduction products that end up going there from other stores. So they might not be in the best condition all the time, because I don't think that they take as good care of it as maybe a Sephora or a MAC would. So it's a little bit of a risk you take, but it's still really, really nice. And then I also picked up this dual intensity shadow, and this is in the shade Hydra. And it's really, really pretty. So these were, so the dual eyeshadow was $16.99. The just regular shadow was $12.99. And the dual intensity shadow was $19.99, so that's actually a little bit expensive, but it probably is still cheaper than it normally would be. So that is everything that I bought at like Winners or Marshalls or anything like that at a discount. So everything else I'm going to show you I got at Sephora. I paid full price for it. Just in case you guys want to know, I'll let you know the prices. I'm still going to link everything down below. So first thing let's talk about is this primer. So I wasn't really in the market for a new primer. If I'm completely honest, it wasn't something I had thought I wanted and or needed, but I was watching a Tati beauty whatever video. It might have been her favorites or her best of high end or something like that. And she talked about this as the Cover FX Gripping Primer plus Firming. And I thought, what the heck, I'll give it a try. So I just read on the back, it does say it has a unique jelly texture. It really does. The texture kind of feels like almost the same texture that when you put on like a peel off mask kind of has. It's like that thick, goopy kind of a texture, and I just remember thinking like, oh my god, this is gonna be so gross. Like the first little bit I was putting it on, it's thick, it's not like, it felt sticky, and I was like, what have I done? This is not for me. But then it dried down, and it says like it makes a smooth glass like finish. It absolutely does. Once it dried down, it had smoothed out my like skin. It made it very, very like exactly like it says, like glass like a clean canvas to just apply makeup over. It felt really, really nice on the skin, and it does exactly what it says. It really did grip my foundation. And today was one of the first days that as I was putting my foundation on, I found it wasn't streaking like crazy. I found it wasn't giving me a ton of problems. Like sometimes when I put it on with a brush, I have to go back in later with a beauty blender to sort of like work it out and fix it and you know, even it out and get rid of those streak marks. I didn't have to do that today. I think that this is going to really quickly become one of my favorite primers, and that sucks because it is $50. Just saying, but it is fantastic. Another primer that I wanted to try really, really badly is Benefit the Porefessional Hydrate Primer. I have tried the regular Porefessional primer. I wasn't a big fan of it. I found it very, very Play-Doh-y. I found that rather than fill in my pores, it just sort of drew more attention to it because it was such a thick formula that you literally had to use like the tiniest little amount. And at that point, what was the point? Like it wasn't doing enough if you didn't use enough product, but it was doing too much if you used too. Do you know what I mean? Like either way, it just wasn't working for me. I do have very, very dry skin. That was the other thing I was going to say about the Cover FX primer. Even though it's kind of like jelly-like and sticky, it doesn't dry out your skin. I still feel very comfortable, very refreshed. And this is, you know, it's got that same sort of, I'm hoping you guys can see this. So it's got that same sort of a color and kind of just almost the same consistency. It's just a little thinner, a little bit more fluid, and a little bit easier to work with. And like, I just find that like for whatever reason, it doesn't feel cakey. Like I used it today. Again, I used it in between my eyebrows. I used it all over my nose. And like I said, when I used to use it, that is the areas that my foundation would tend to collect. And I hated the way it looked. But it's not doing it with this, and that is awesome. So I only got the mini size because I wanted to be sure I was going to like it. I would repurchase this, but I'll link down below how much the full size was. But the mini one for sure is... I'm doing this in no rhyme or reason, and there's so much stuff all over this book that I can't find it. So the mini one is still $18, so it's not cheap. I feel like the full size one was maybe $40. Don't quote me on that. Like I said, I will let you guys know later. This was sort of, I did purchase a lot of this stuff online, so as my like gift, I picked the Tasha the deep cleanse and the water cream. I've tried the water cream and I do really, really like it. Honestly, when I was there the other day at Sephora, I had the dewy skin cream in my cart, and when I put it on my hand, I was like, oh, this feels really, really cool. I really like it. But as I walked around the store, I don't know what it was, but I went and I touched where I'd put it, and it was so greasy. And I think that, like, I don't know that I've ever seen anybody or known anybody who likes to be as dewy and as glowy as I do all the time. I'm very, very rarely ever matte. I really like to glow. I really like to look shiny and like fresh and natural as much as I can. So I thought that would be a really like good thing for me, and I freaking hated it. Hated it, hated it, hated it. So I put it back immediately, and I thought maybe the water cream, but then I remembered I was kind of getting it sent to me in a small size. So I really like this. I haven't tried the cleanser yet, but hopefully one works similarly to the other. I'm not going to quote a price on that because it was something that I got for points. But maybe what I'll do is I will let you guys know what the full price is in the description below, since I am talking about it anyways. If anybody saw the video where I said I was going to do a full face of makeup using no powder, and I think I was pretty successful, again, I will link it in the description below if it's something you're interested in, you will know that I, for my eyes, tried the Huda Beauty Matte and Metal Melted Shadows. And I'd had them for a while, but I don't think I'd really given them enough of a chance. And I used them, and I loved them, and was saying I wish I had more shades. So now I do. So I picked up 3 more. So the first one I picked up is in Bubble Bath and Pink Champagne. So it's kind of like a nude color on one end and a bit more pinky on the other one. This one here is in Private Jet and Shimmering Sunset. So again, very neutral, very wearable colors, just a little bit darker than the other one. And then I also picked up this one, which was in Faux Fur and Bamboo Hoops. And this is like the most toned down one. So I think that I already had, I'll just put them all together so you guys can kind of see them and compare them to each other. I think that I already had the craziest one, with the exception of like the bright hot pink one, which I cannot see myself ever putting on my eyes. I'm cool with the blue, I'm cool with the yellow, the pink seems a bit too far for me. So excited to have these. These are $33 each, but honestly, I think that they're worth it. Something else I picked up that was like a completely random thing was this Burberry, what was this called? It was like the Burberry Beauty Box or something like that. So this was a $49 value. I'd never tried any Burberry makeup products, but I know that the brand in terms of fashion is really good. So you sort of get this like little kit here. I am obsessed with the plaid pattern. It is so freaking pretty. So in it you get a Fresh Glow Luminous Fluid Base. I think that this is a I'm not sure if this is like a face primer or an eyeshadow primer. I'm not 100% sure. This is again one of those things that I'm gonna have to just, oh my gosh, it's exploding. Stop. Do you guys know when there's like too much either pressure or product in something and it just pops at the top? There we go. So okay, I have a bit since it kind of came out anyway. This is what it is. Okay, so it's a primer. There's no way that this is an eyeshadow base. It's kind of like a strobing cream sort of dealy. I hope you guys can kind of see the sheen that it has left on my hand. That looks really pretty. So it's just like another pearlescent base. You get a mascara. This is, it just says Burberry Limited. It looks like, what's this called? Cat lashes. Oh, let's see what the wand looks like. Ooh, that's actually really kind of cool. So it's rubber bristles and it kind of is in this like, I don't even know, like hourglass shape. It's very different. I'm very excited to try that. I'm always looking for new freaking mascaras. So this is the eye color. This is Pale Barley. This seems like a big eyeshadow. Ooh, oh my god. Is Burberry the only company in the world left that's not like for kids that still gives out these little sponge applicators? That is freaking hilarious. And the little pattern is on the shadow as well. This is like a full-size shadow though. Everything else in here is kind of mini, and that is for sure full-size. And then you get a lipstick. This is in Russet. Really pretty. Again, the pattern, how freaking cute. Burberry loves its brand. I will give it that. It's just a very like, I wouldn't say it's like a classic red. It's more of like a spicy kind of red, if that makes any sense. So like I said, this box was $49. And it was just seemed like a really cool idea for me to get to try another brand, to be completely honest. That's really the only reason that I bought it. We are about I don't know, we're getting pretty close to the end, I would say. If you're still here, thank you for sitting with me. I know sometimes my videos are long-winded and I don't mean for them to be. A lot of the stuff I'm going to be showing you from now on out is not new, so you've probably already seen it. So like I said, I'm not going to swatch, but if you guys do ever want to see me swatch these things, specifically certain things, let me know. I can always do it in a picture or in a very small video, or like I'll do a swatches for you guys video or something like that. So another thing that I got, I couldn't help myself. It was like a last minute at the checkout, they got me kind of purchase. So I got 2 more NATASHA DENONA palettes. So they are both minis. So I picked up the mini star palette, which is just so freaking pretty. I love it so much. I think it's super wearable. And I also picked up the mini gold palette. I just couldn't help myself. I love like the greens and that purple. I think that they would be gorgeous as a look. These were still expensive though. These were $33, which is still ridiculous for like how little they are and whatever, but I've just gotten to the point where I'm like, it's NATASHA DENONA. It's fine. The shadows are freaking unbelievable. It's one of those things where it's like, is it really worth the money? And in terms of shadows, there's almost nobody that does it better than they do. So it's kind of hard to say it isn't, but at the same time, I think everybody wishes it cost less money. And like I said, I did pick up some more Marc Jacobs stuff, and this is really exciting for me. I've never had any of their eyeshadows before. And I thought that, you know what, I would give it a shot and try it out. So I picked up this Eye-Conic palette. This is in Edgitorial. So I really liked it. It was kind of like a military canvasy kind of a color. I really like the tones in it. I thought it was absolutely stunning. I'm really excited to play with that, give it a shot. So this was $65. And then I also picked up, I think this one was limited edition, and this is the Eye-Conic palette in steel. So it's like a smoky kind of a palette. Really, really excited. And the only difference, I think, other than the shades between them that make this limited edition, is that this one is all silver and therefore is going to get fingerprinted like crazy, and this one is just flat black like all their other ones are. So like I said, these were both $65. I also picked up, this was another thing that I saw Tati talking about on her channel, and she said she doesn't recommend them because they're so expensive, but I went and I checked them out and I just couldn't help myself. So I picked up some of the GUERLAIN Meteorites. I got these are these light revealing pearls of powder. I got them in shade medium. First things first, it took me forever to figure out how to open this. Honestly, I thought that this whole thing was like the lid and that the bottom came out. So when I got it, I was shaking the crap out of it because I thought I needed the gravity to pull the bottom out. It's not like that. The lid is very, very simple. It just comes off like that, just in case you got these and want to know how to get into it. So on the top, you do get like a sponge for applying it. And then these are what, I'm going to try not to dump them. These are what the pearls look like. They kind of look like dipping dots. And, you know, I think it's funny because I think it's literally only filled till there. So this is really expensive. These were $83. I'm kind of going to use what's on here to show you sort of what they do. I'm just going to show you my hand as is, and then I'm just going to put it on. So do you guys see how it's like kind of reflecting, and there's like little pearls. Ooh, powdery. So like I said, I got medium because I don't consider myself fair anymore. I think at one point I definitely was, but because I do fake tan, well, not fake tan, I tan just in a tanning bed, and I like to be very bronzed. I didn't want to get a shade too light that I wouldn't want to wear over my makeup, so I have this instead, and I love it. I put it on today after I set my makeup just to give me a little bit of glow, and just because it's how they recommend it, I did also pick up the Meteorites brush. This was specifically made to go with this. This was $54. The one thing that I will say that I don't like about this product is it is really perfumey smell, like really floral or something like that. It is really off-putting. That's the only thing I don't like about this. Other than that, I think it is fantastic. I'm really actually thinking about getting the next shade up. I don't know if it's the dark one or the next medium one, just because that, even though it says medium, is still very, very on the light side. I would like to see what the darker one would do. So the last thing that I have is just a bunch of lipsticks, and also probably one of the most expensive things that I picked up during this collection. I always saw Pat McGrath lipsticks like everywhere online. And they always popped up on Sephora, and they always looked so freaking beautiful. And I think I saw ShanXO talking about them when she was doing her lipstick declutter and how she kept them all, and I thought, I need to see what the deal is. I need to check them out. And so I bought, because I can't just check out one color or two colors. No, I had to buy, I can't even get them all in my hand, a butt ton of them. So I will go through them, and they're all on the floor. I'll go through them as quickly as I can. Hold on. I'll go through them as quickly as I can. I will touch on the prices that I paid for them. Again, I'm not going to swatch them because it would just take too much time. But yeah, so one of the ones that I got, this one, it was one of the only individual ones that I got. It is in Deep Orchid. So this is the color here. These are matte lipsticks, and they look like, they remind me of the MAC Powder Kiss lipsticks a little bit, just by the way the texture looks. It almost looks like a velvety texture. The cases for these are really heavy. They're hefty. They've got the little lips on them. I would think that all of the, like, the different tubes come in different, or like the different colors of lipstick come in different tube colors depending. Like there's probably a bunch that are in pink, a bunch that are in blue. I don't really know. So this was the first one that I got. I also picked up two of these BlitzTrance lipsticks. So these ones are kind of like glittery, and they come in these like gold glittery, look at the glitter, glittery packages. So this one is in Skin Flixx. So it does not have that same velvety kind of texture to it. It is more pearlescent, I would say. And then I also got one in the shade Skinsane, which is a slightly lighter color. There was another one that I almost got, and honestly, I think I wish I had gotten that one instead of one of these, because these are so close to each other, and that one was a little bit more unique. But we're past that point now. They're here now, so I'm just gonna make the best of it. And the rest of them I was able to pick up as miniatures in like packets of 3. So because I didn't say, the whatever Orchid one, Deep Orchid, was $52. The BlitzTrance ones were $53, and then the mini trios were $37 each. So do I remember which ones came with which? I don't remember, to be completely honest, so I'll just show you all the colors. So we have Beautiful Stranger. I'm obsessed with the cases for these. I love that they're all like different colors and they're super bright. This one is Christy, and it's so funny because I actually had this one in my cart as an individual before I realized that it came in one of the trios. Thank God I did realize it, so I didn't buy 2. This is Fever Dream. We have Flesh 3. Now I actually did get 2 of this color because it came in one of the other trios as well. So of course I'm only going to bother keeping one of them. The other one I'm probably going to give away to somebody because I don't need 2 of the same color. This one is in Guinevere. This one's really pretty. It's like a really deep kind of red color. Love that. We have Elson. It's another dark red. My gut instinct tells me that these 3 came together and these 3 came together. That's what my gut is telling me. And then I also got, so these ones, the second Flesh 3 came in this kit, so there's a third black one, but these are in $19.95. And Omi. So that is everything that I'm going to be showing you guys in this haul. I say it like it's nothing. I know I bought a ton of stuff. I have no self-control. I need somebody to like hold my hand when I go in stores and be like, do you really need that? No, then don't buy it. But anyway, I will link everything down below. You know, if you guys have any questions about these products, if you want to see me use any of these products, let me know down below. I'd love to hear your opinions on these products. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Why don't you like them? If you don't like them, why do you like them? Are there other products I should be trying? I want to start getting ideas from you guys too. I would eventually like to do a full face of makeup that you guys choose, whether it's you choosing it out of my stash or you choosing it for me to go buy. I don't really know yet, but I would like to get there. I want to get a lot more interactive with you guys, and I need your help to do it. So if you like this kind of video, then give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't already subscribed. I would love to have you here, and I would really appreciate it, and I will catch you guys next time.